New Vision TV. I am Lynn Komjisha. In this fourth episode of Exploring Israel, we take you to the farms of the Holy Country. We learn more about agriculture and what makes Israel's farming tick compared to the rest of the world despite its desert nature. Geoffrey Kulubia, Vision Group Managing Editor, Regional Newspapers, gives us a tour.
Uganda depends on rain to feed agriculture production, but for a desert country such as Israel, with only 20% of the land area arable, they have proven that it is possible to make agriculture possible without rain. So how has Israel gone ahead to make agriculture prosperous, producing 95% of its own food requirements, relying only on 3.7% of the workforce and more than half of the land areas as a desert? In contrast, Uganda's agriculture sector of the best climate in the world, dubbed Pearl of Africa, as it is surrounded by freshwater bodies such as rivers, streams and lakes, still Israel beats these odds to emerge the major exporter of fresh produce and a world leader in agriculture technologies. Israel has done this by investing in agriculture research and development. In turn, this leads to dramatic increases in the quantity and quality of the country's crops.
Israel is a very small country, 22,000 square kilometers, but it is very diverse in terms of climatic regions, precipitation, and as a consequence, obviously, the different crops and problems or issues that arise as a result of it.
Cotton, wheat, sorghum, corn, vegetables and fruits including citrus, avocados, kiwi fruit, guavas, grapes, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, dates are most especially grown. Israel is one of the world's leading fresh citrus producers and exporters, including oranges and tangerines. Flowers grown for export, mostly lilies, roses and tulips. All wax flower exceeded $60 million. The country is also the world's lead investor in agriculture research and development. Israel has ably done this by bettering the local soils to boost crop yields, developed new seed and plant varieties as well. More studies have also been done on recycling water and irrigation methods.
The plants are not always happy with what we provide them. So we have to monitor very, very carefully for each water source. What does the crop think of what we provide it with? So we monitor very carefully each drop of water that goes in, each drop of water that comes out, and the well-being, the physiology, the cropping, etc., of the plant.
The irrigation system basically provides water to the crop, not the soil, and it is affordable to every farmer. Save any drop of water is the slogan for Israel government, with the government ably supplying irrigation water to each and every farm all over Israel, and meteorological department ably giving accurate weather forecast to the farmers. Farmers are saved from losses which could have been caused by unpredicted climatic changes. All these are lessons for Uganda to take home from Israel, especially in long dry season.
We all need to reorganize ourselves, develop that will to win. Take it up and we shall benefit. The good thing is several Ugandans are benefiting. Only this year they have trained about 600 Ugandans in the different fields, particularly agriculture.
When it comes to animal husbandry, enforcing standards of animal health and planning is paramount.
They can measure the capacity or the weight of that cow, what it needs to produce 60 liters in terms of health, in terms of feeding, in terms of all things to do with the care an animal needs to give you that yield. To the extent that they treat them, since they're a source of wealth, a source of money, they treat some of these cows better than we treat human beings here. For instance, you will be surprised that what we would call the Israel Friesian or Holstein, the huge cows that give them milk, they all have what we call health insurance. How many people in Uganda have the luxury of of getting good health care and let alone health insurance. So it requires a lot of care.
Israel's poultry makes up 2/3 of the country's meat consumption, while local cows produce the highest amounts of milk per animal in the world, with an average of around 10,000 liters per cow per year.
As you know, or you don't know, but the Israeli cows is the highest producer in the world. Here at that farm we have, I don't know if you know numbers about the dairy cows, but in this farm, which is experimental farm, not a commercial farm, and we have many experiments here. The average production is about 11,500 kilograms.
The Mediterranean Sea as a source of saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing on Jordan River and Lake Kinneret, or Sea of Galilee, with shrimp, grey mullet, silver perch, mostly fished. Uganda's general take-home is on restoring cooperative societies, as these are what Israel uses to better farming, using granaries and cold rooms, and need to inject more money in scientific research, as well as reviewing the academic curriculum and farmers coping up with the scientific innovations for best output. This, in turn, will ensure food security for Uganda. However, it is possible to pick lessons on agriculture from Israel, but the best solution is to put it into practice.
Money for their own benefits and worthy.
Moving on, police in Jinja has arrested 4 men who stole a truck and sold its spare parts as scrap. The 4 have been identified as Ali Kisambira, who was arrested from Kakamega with the help of Interpol, Yahya Isabile, Hamis Kisambira, both scrap dealers, and Mohammed Chisache, who was selling the spare parts. He explained that the vehicle registration number UBB 331N belonged to Margaret Bogele of Unjeru Town Council. Bogele said he had Kisambira 3 months ago to drive the truck. And now, police in Kabale on Wednesday arrested 49 people in an operation to reduce crime ahead of the festive season. According to the Chigezi Regional Police spokesperson Eli Mate, the suspects, who are all men in their 20s, were picked from video halls in the municipality. Mate said that most criminals hide in such places during daytime and they later attack innocent people at night, stealing valuable property. He added that the police will screen them, and those found with clear identification tools and a clean record will be set free. Mate warned the general public against criminals as they prepare to celebrate Christmas and usher in the new year. And in sports news, Masava Football Club coach Alex Gita is optimistic that his side won't be relegated at the end of the Azam Uganda Premier League. Gita's remarks come after the Entebbe side has improved their performance in the last 5 games of the league, having picked 3 wins and lost 1 game. In the last 5 games, Masavu managed to defeat Ondo Paraka 2-1, Bull 1-0, and Express 2-1 before settling to 1 all draw with Bright Stars and going down 3-0 to SC Villa. Masavu, who are currently 3rd from bottom with 14 points, will face Mbara City away in the last game to end the first round this Friday. Abraham Ndugwa, who has been 40-bet man of the match twice, has so far been Masavu's best player this season. The winners of the man of the match accolade in each and every league game walks away with cash prizes of 100,000 shillings. You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for Pearl of Africa series, we look at what to expect in the national parks. Uganda is one of the so many countries in East Africa with very many national parks. These offer various activities ranging from the popular showcasing of wildlife animals. But did you know that there are various and interesting activities you could indulge in, especially this festive period? Take a look.
The most thrilling adventures are when you are in the wild, a place surrounded by all the wildlife animals you read in the books and see on Discovery channels. And that is why Uganda's national parks are the #1 adventure destinations you cannot afford to neglect in this festive season. In our national parks, which are Queen Elizabeth National Park, Kidepo Valley National Park, the Murchison Falls National Park, to mention but a few, have a variety of activities you can offer to any wild maniac. From the rivers and lakes that surround them where you can swim and cool your body, to the other trees that offer the best shade as the cool breeze lay into your skin cannot be missed. Instead of having other people tell you how big an elephant is, you can get as close to it as possible since you are their visitor and the parks are their home. One other missed but very interesting activity at the parks is game driving. This is the best experience I can recommend and advise that it should be noticed as the rangers take you through the national parks. So while thinking about which national park to rock this festive season, think Uganda's national parks. For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so grab your copy every Sunday for more Pearl of Africa stories.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug. I'm Lynn Komjisha.